Welcome back. Getting through law school isn't easy, but for the recent graduate you're about to meet, easy wasn't something she was accustomed to. As Boyd Hooper reports, perhaps it's precisely those difficult times that help set her up for something special.
A fresh coating of snow has frosted this place, like gingerbread. But the first time she arrived here, life was not so sweet.
Hello.
For Zarina Sementelli.
Sometimes things can be so far removed that when you come back, you're like, wow, this really happened. I really did make it from here.
Here is the Salvation Army's Booth Brown House, a shelter for homeless youth.
Might as well start upstairs.
11 years later, Zarina is back.
It feels almost full circle.
Back in a room in which she'd sit with open books.
I was studying for the ACT.
Back in familiar stairwells and hallways.
Yeah, this is where we did our laundry.
But to fully understand Zarina's journey, let's go back even further.
So my father was never in the picture, and then my mother, she has severe mental health issues, so she didn't work. Every year, it would just be kind of time to move to the next spot. When we got evicted from our house when I was 15, and she moved to Seattle, and I know she didn't have a job or a place to live. So I knew that they were going to be moving there to live in a shelter.
School was the one place Zarina found stability. So she stayed behind, couch surfing at the homes of her Como Park High basketball coaches and teammates, until the unsettled seas of homelessness carried her here.
This was really the first place that I felt like home.
Zarina at 15. Her first day of 2.5 years she'd spend in this room.
Thank you.
A room she's now re-entering for the first time since she left.
When you go from living on someone else's couch, I cannot articulate how important this space was for me.
During the day, Zarina would take transit between school, her job, and grocery shopping. At night, she'd return here to study, which, it turned out, would pay off handsomely.
I remember being right here, opening up my Spelman acceptance letter and just feeling so blessed.
Georgia's Spelman College, from which Zarina would graduate.
I applied for hundreds of scholarships.
Debt-free.
Hi, Kaden. I'm Zarina.
Now
Nice
she's
to meet
meeting
you.
the current
How long have you
occupant
been living
of
here?
her old room.
To see you as just a young person, just, trying to make a way is really important for you to believe in yourself. Can I hug you or? Thank you.
Believing in herself, Zarina attended law school in California, graduating last spring, passing the bar last fall. But that's not all in which Zarina believed.
When I felt I had nobody on my side, when I didn't have parents to call, I got on my knees and I prayed. And I didn't grow up in the church, and a lot of people doubt God. But when I needed God, God was always there for me.
And she's not done.
Stronger and stronger and stronger. You with me? Yeah.
Air Force officer training, Montgomery, Alabama. Zarina's next stop as she works to become a military judge advocate general.
Definitely remember being in here.
But this stop on the tour is one Zarina insisted she not miss.
So this was my previous case manager, Natalie's office.
Natalie no longer works here, but in this space she helps Zarina set goals and find tutors, health insurance, and food assistance.
My name is Zarina Sementelli. And
Natalie, who Zarina recently addressed.
Ms. Bogdan was especially helpful.
In this letter she sent to Booth Brown.
I would be extremely grateful if you could share it or pass along my message of appreciation.
Zarina?
Hi, Zarina.
Here's one better.
Hello.
It's so good to see you.
Look at you.
From homeless 15-year-old to law school grad doesn't happen alone.
When I graduate and I pass the bar, I'm like, wow, I wish I could just tell Natalie.
Oh my goodness.
The mentors in my community, they didn't just see a homeless youth that had no future. They saw a person who needed help.
Fresh blanket of snow and the warmth of home.
I mean, I was proud of you then, and I'm very proud of you now.
Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News, St. Paul.
After all she went through, Zarina told Boyd she will never stop looking for opportunities to help other young people the way she was helped. A true hockey dynasty is underway right now in western Wisconsin. Over the weekend, the UW River Falls women's hockey team won the Division III National Championship. It's the school's third consecutive national title, finishing with a record of 87 wins and 4 losses over the last 3 seasons. As we caught up with them, they celebrated their latest victory. Here's Gordon Severson.
They are on a winning streak here at the University of Wisconsin River Falls. Just down the hallway here is the championship trophy for the men's football team, their first championship in program history. This trophy case here is for the women's team, specifically for the hockey team. And this right here is their 2024 national championship trophy, and this is their 2025. And they just got the three-peat. They won their 3rd in a row Sunday night here at home.
In a sport that is all about scoring goals, the UW River Falls women's hockey team isn't focused on setting goals or winning games.
We're about outcomes and not goals, and we just work hard.
Coach Joe Cranston says he never talks to his players about winning. It's about hard work and focusing on one game at a time.
We never talk about we're good or that we're number one, even though we're ranked number 1 in the country all year. I don't let the girls even say that.
A winning culture that doesn't focus on winning.
We show up every day for each other on and off the ice and hold each other accountable.
Senior Kaylee Nickham says it was challenging at times when everyone outside the team was talking about a three-peat and winning another championship.
It was a little bit more nerve-wracking, I would say, this year.
That's why a culture of hard work made sense, to keep them focused. Ironic that a team that outscored their opponents 5-1 this season is more focused on hard work than setting goals.
They know they have to pay a price for success, and the girls work hard. So I tell every recruit, if you don't want to work hard, then this is not the place for you.
And it's very possible this winning streak could continue with 7 seniors going out of the program, a few more players coming in. They could be adding a few more trophies to this case over the next couple of years. Gordon Severson, KARE 11 News.
And even though the team is based out of Wisconsin, out of the 26 players on the team this year, 24 of the women are from Minnesota. Stick with us. More news and weather's coming up after the break.